What's going on, YouTube? This is Boxingwave. Just wanted to do a quick video while I'm on the road here. Romero, Cruz is going to be facing off on the undercard of Thurman and Tim Tszyu in March 30th, right? This is going to be part of the pay-per-view, the PBC pay-per-view with Amazon Prime. And, you know the thing with this fight? It's actually not a bad fight at all. I actually think it's a great fight. I don't want to say great, but it's a very good fight, right? It's a good matchup because when you look at the fighters, they still are very unproven to me. I mean, Cruz is proven based on him going the distance with Tank. Solely off that fight, right? Nothing else really. He hasn't really done anything more than any other elite top 135 pounder, right? And then you have Romero, who he hasn't really done anything but get knocked out by Tank. And Rob Ismail Barroso. So I say it's a good fight because of the styles. They both have power. And that's pretty much it, you know. I think Isak knows what he's doing a little bit more than the other guy, but the biggest issue I have with this fight here is that it's for a WBA super lightweight title at 140. I'm still scratching my head trying to figure out how did Romero even get a title shot at 140 coming off of a knockout loss. It's like anything with the WBA is based on protecting the cash cow to me. And when I say protecting, I mean moving guys in position in order to get a fight that will place you close to a title fight, or put a ridiculous mandatory in there to protect you from fighting someone that is better. That is the WBA. This is why I say the WBA is the worst. I think the WBC is a very close second. But the WBA, most of the time, you cannot justify their rankings. Like, how the hell you got all this talent at 140? You got all this talent there, right? It's a lot of talent at 140. Old talent like Taylor and Prograde, Cepeda. You know, you got Cepeda and Smith coming up, right? And that's a more justifiable title fight. Even though I don't even think that's a title fight. That's not a worthy title fight. But how the hell you have all this talent up there, and you got Romero, who just got knocked out by Tank, moves up to 140 and get a title shot. And then now you got Pitbull Cruz. What has he done at 135? Ever since that Tank fight, he's literally ducked everybody else that is good at 135. They've been saving him for a Tank rematch only because he's the only one to go the distance with Tank. There's no way you can justify this fight being a title fight. It's not a bad fight, though. It's not a bad fight. Most likely we'll get knockdowns. If not a knockout, we'll get knockdowns. We got two punchers who are not technically sound. Pitbull Cruz is literally the smallest guy at 135, and he's about to fight at 140 for a title. Over Hitchens, over Prograde, over Taylor, over, you know, there's just so many people. I mean, I don't want to go down a list. You know, Antoine Russell, like, how the hell did this guy get a title shot? How? And you know, if Isak Cruz knocks this guy out, you know what's going to happen, right? Tank is going to fight him in a rematch at 140 for a title. It's crazy. That's exactly what's going to happen. He's probably not going to fight Rolly for a title. Or if Rolly wins, he's going to probably fight Ryan Garcia for a title. You know, and I'm not going to even get into all of the mess with Ryan because I already talked about this before. Ryan Garcia, we thought we was getting Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. You know, we seen Ryan Garcia hanging out with Floyd and you know, he's posting all these flyers about him and Rolly about the fight. You know, all this stuff with Devin Haney. I made a video on this before where, you know, I said, you know, Devin Haney was, I guess he was supposed to fight Ryan, or Ryan wanted to fight him. He was going on Twitter, tweeting about fighting Devin Haney, just to step back and say he's going to take the fight with Rolly Romero. And I call that a duck. And now Rolly's not even fighting that guy. I mean, he might fight him later, but you got to understand, this is a PBC thing. More than that, it's a Mayweather's promotion thing. Mayweather Promotion is going to do what they want to do. It's all going to be beneficial for their fighters. It's going to be beneficial for their fighters and their fighters only. You know, this is not about trying to make everybody look good. But anyway, it's you know, like I said, man, it's not a bad fight. It's just that this title should not be on a line. How are they sanctioning this fight? Just like Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. It's not a good fight based on the timing, right? It's not. But at least the WBO had enough integrity to say, you know what, we're not going to sanction this fight. Keith is not even ranked. Period. He's not ranked. So we're not sanctioning this fight. So if these guys want to have a voluntary fight, that's cool. But this fight here, how is this fight sanctioned? What did Isaac Cruz do to get a fight at 140 for a title over all of that talent there? I don't want to start repeating myself. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, not a bad fight. I'm still undecided on where I'm going with this one. You know, I mean, I just, neither fighter is really that good. If there is a knockout, I would expect it from Isaac Cruz, more so than Rolly. But, you know, I don't know. You never know, man. I mean, they both got power, so it should be a fun fight to watch. Again, it's not a bad fight. I'm not complete sure. I'm leaning a little bit towards Isaac Cruz. But Isaac Cruz didn't look good in his last fight, you know. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.